Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another set change. I am Dale Salvador, and this is Casino Master Winner. Now, this video is not spam. It might look like that from the title, but that is the name of the album and the artist. I mean, the album. Yes, it's the name of the. It's the name of the artist and the album, and all the stars and everything included. So if you actually want to find this album, you can't type it out. Copy and paste is your best friend in this scenario. Now, this is the second, and I'd assume final, album of artist Casino Master. I do want to touch on the first album really quickly. This one, which is called Bonus Spin Good Luck, because I do feel like it's interesting for the context of this album. So this one, Bonus Spin Good Luck, is very, very minimalist in a way. It's a bunch of samples of slot machine and different other gambling machines, just their little jingles, their little winning and or losing sounds, coins falling into the little coin holder thing, bunch of Japanese voices, it's very minimal, one sample at a time, usually. I want to say it's almost experimental, almost. Well, actually, kind of, yeah, it is. I don't know why I'm saying not, but most vaporwave or barber beats will have jazz or something. These get their grooves from, like I said, different gambling machines, and it builds a very interesting atmosphere because there is still grooves, there are still melodies, but they're very clearly from these machines. And I think, to me, right, once you get deep enough into music, it's a lot more than a thing to dance to or even a expression. I feel like some of the best music is able to, with its album art as well, craft this universe or this world, right? It can kind of paint a sonic picture in a way, right? And that's what this album does. And it's very minimalist in its approach, right? This one, Winner, is the exact opposite. While the other one, again, is minimalist with very little going on, coming in at a clean 13 minutes. This one is a utter massive wall of noise, of constantly clanging and falling coins. You have all these voices coming in and out. You have all these mechanical, glitchy sounds and these beeps and boops always happening. There is some sample of a Japanese dance song. I don't know what it is, but that comes in and out throughout the entire piece as well. And this is all for track 1. I'll get to track 2 later. But track 1 is definitely, it's better in headphones. Because you listen to it through your TV or your phone or what have you, you have this wall of noise, sure, But in headphones, it's actually mixed very well. It's not that it's distorted or it's blown out. None of that at all, actually. What the case actually is that everything is very distinct. The clashing of the coins endlessly falling is its own part of the mix, and then you have the bassy lo-fi sounds of the J-pop song being looped and looped in its own part of the mix. You have the glitchy parts in its own parts. There's a lot of things happening, but it doesn't seem like one big wall. It seems like just this big wave of all these different things, and they're all hitting you at once, but separately. It does create a big wall, but it's a very jagged wall, not a smooth wall. It feels, in your headphones, it feels like these things are coming at you left and right, jabbing you, and it's very chaotic. The only things I don't like about it is that there's a couple times during track 1 of this where everything will cut out and it will just have a very loud, very high beep a couple of times, like a second or so, and I feel like that really breaks up the vibe of it. It really breaks up the immersion, I guess. And this goes on for about 10 minutes. Yeah, I think 13 minutes, about the same time as the first album, the whole album. And then it all of a sudden cuts out, and it's just this very quiet, not sine wave. If you know what it's like to turn one of those old CRT TVs off, kind of like that. You have this low hum, like everything just shut down or it crashed or something, and it's very quiet. And then it proceeds to fade out for the next 10 more minutes, and that is track 1. It's a 20-minute song, audio collage more, but half of it is just a fade out, and then track 2 is 15 seconds, and it's the last track. There's only 2. The first track is called Winner. The second track is called Try Again. And I think that's the only emphasis on losing at all. This is why I say probably last album. Because the first album, again, it's all sounds of you winning. And this, it's like an overdrive, an overload of you winning. And then, I guess it just, it ends, I guess. I guess you lost it all or something. It's probably, some kind of meaning or something you can find in this, somewhere. But then, it cuts out and it drops very slowly. And then you get the Try Again. And then it's over. That's the only 2 albums this guy's released. They released, I think, within the same year. At least the same, I think one was 2014, one was 2015, but it was within a year's time. So I'm pretty sure they made it back-to-back. And there hasn't been anything since. So I assume these 2 albums, Bonus Spin, Try Again, and Winner. I assume that these are it's like a double album, and I feel like it's a sister album thing, and they're both tied together, and there's not going to be a third one. This is it's kind of its own piece. It's kind of its own little experience here, and I feel like I said before, I feel like it really does a really good job at creating its own vibe, its own universe, its own immersion, its own world, its own little place, right? And again, the only thing I don't like is that with this one, there's those beeps that they're very abrasive, very loud, and they kind of just cut in. And if they were there with everything else, wouldn't be too much of a problem. But I feel like it really pulls you out. It may be intentional, because there's definitely some things in this album that seem very inspired by vaporwave and stuff, but also like harsh noise and things. Like there's some times where I don't know what the production would be called. I don't know what the effect would be called, but there's very harsh noise, power electronics-esque ways that all the sounds will totally glitch or drop and rise back up and things like that. So maybe the abrasion taking out of the immersion is what it's supposed to do, but I feel like it kind of I don't know how I feel about it. I don't think personally it works well. I mean, clearly it's a big glitch fest of some kind, so I kind of get the intention, but I just don't think it exactly helps experience that anyway, and it could have been done differently. That's about it though. That's really it. I don't have anything else to complain about these 2 albums. I'd probably give them both. I'd give this one like an 8, to be honest. And the other one I'd probably about some in the same ballpark. I'd probably say, I don't know, maybe a 7. I don't know. I have to listen to it very intently, but it's doing the exact same thing, just in the other direction, where it's not this big chaos. It's just this very minimalist, not chaos at all. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this. If you want to subscribe so you can catch my new video in probably 10 years, because I can't for the life of me upload properly for some reason. These albums I've been listening to for a week now, and it's only like a 20-minute run each time, and I kept not having time to record this short video. So if you want to eventually see my videos, sure. I am working on my own album. I have a bunch of stuff back there for it. So you'll get updates when that eventually happens. And that's it. Thanks for watching.